Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today we are going to be doing some legendary crafting, and this time it will be railway rifles. I have crafted 25 that are ready to go, so we'll be using 100 modules. Now this character is my current stream character and he is a rifleman, so that is mostly what I'll be looking for is roles that'll be good for a rifleman. So let's go ahead and get this party started. The first role is going to be Nocturnal with limb damage and chance to generate a stealth field. Okay, Nocturnal, I'm not a fan of weapons that only give me a bonus some of the time. Limb damage, these actually will cripple limbs on their own. It's not listed there, but I found that to be the case. And stealth field, I don't care about that. So this first one is a complete dud. Next up, we've got a Stalker's Railway Rifle with bash damage and movement speed while aiming. I plan to use this in VATS. These do have quite a bit of a recoil, so movement speed while aiming, not all that useful. I'm not planning to bash with them. That's not useful. Stalkers is a very unreliable effect, and I'm not interested in that either, so on we go. Next up, we've got another Nocturnal with bullets explode and weapon breaks slower. I haven't used these enough to know if they break all that quickly, so I'm not sure if that third star is good or not. Bullets explode, that's always a fun effect, but Nocturnal again, something that gives me bonus damage half the time is not something I'm interested in. All right, let's give me something at least semi-interesting that I might be interested in. Berserkers, damage while aiming, 90% reduced weight. Well, 90% reduced weight is good. That means it won't weigh as much in my stash. Damage while aiming doesn't really help a VATS character, and I do wear armor, so Berserkers is not useful either. Next up, we've got a Ghoul Slayers with last round and 90% reduced weight. Well, again, doesn't take up as much room in my stash, so that third star is good. I don't need extra damage against ghouls, and last round I think is I actually think last round is one of the stupidest effects, so I have no interest in this. We are off to a rough start, but I think that's going to change right here. Gourmands with bash damage and reload speed. Well, this is the best one for me so far. Gourmands gives me a little bit of extra damage when hunger and thirst meters are full. This character has been using perfect bubblegum, so that's pretty much always the case. So I should always get that 24%. Bash damage isn't helpful, but reload speed actually can be. These only hold 10 rounds, so that could be this is the one to beat so far, and hopefully we can do that. Next up, we've got Hunters with bullets explode and bonus VATS critical charge. Bonus VATS critical charge really isn't going to help this particular character. It's not, I think I would need 24 luck. I think it's 24 is the number that I would need to be able to crit every other shot with that effect, and I'm nowhere near that, so that third star is not going to be helpful at all. Bullets explode is fun, but Hunters is damage against animals, enemy specific, I have no interest in. Now we have a Suppressors with extra critical damage and reload speed. Ooh. Why did it have to be suppressors? This would actually be pretty good. Extra critical damage is great. Reload speed is a good effect on this as well. Suppressors is, it's good for 5 seconds and you're going to kill stuff quicker than that. So suppressors is not really a good star. So far, all the primary effects we've gotten have been kind of terrible. So let's see if we can turn that around right here. No, not so much. This one's awful. Assassins, damage to humans, damage while aiming, and damage resist while aiming. So I'm a VATS player, so those last 2 stars are completely useless, and you don't need bonus damage against humans, so this one sucks. Next up, we've got a Mutant Slayers with bash damage and 90% reduced weight. I'm not bashing. Reduced weight really isn't doing anything for us. It's helping our stash is about all, and it's enemy specific, so this one is garbage as well. Next up, we've got Furious with bullets explode and perception. Okay, Furious explosive is a terrible combination. You get that splash damage and it hits another target and it resets the Furious meter. So yeah, Furious explosive, you'd never want that. +1 perception, a little bit of VATS accuracy, but +1 is kind of nothing. So this is not something I want. Next up, we've got Hunters with bash damage and damage resist while aiming. Okay, third star, not a VATS friendly star, so that's not helpful. Bashing, not going to help us either. And extra damage against animals, not helpful either. I figured rolling 25 of these, I'd have like 1 or 2 that were kind of interesting, but so far this has just been, a complete waste. So let's turn that around. Troubleshooters, replenish AP with each kill and damage resist while reloading. Enemy specific, don't care about that. Replenish AP with each kill, not super useful. This doesn't have a tremendously high AP cost, and damage resist while reloading. I wear armor, so that's not really helpful either. Looks like we're kind of close. I think we're kind of around the halfway mark, so yeah. Half down, maybe we got rid of all the bad ones. Now it's time to give me a bunch of good ones. Exterminators with VATS hit chance and reload speed. I really do like VATS hit chance as a rifleman. It might actually be my favorite effect. I really do like that. Reload speed on this is actually probably the third star I want the most. Exterminators, though, I don't have any interest in that. I don't need extra damage against bugs. Yeah, so far the primary star has really been the big letdown with these. Just nothing good. Okay, well, okay. Aristocrats, not helpful either. I just spent all my caps on a CERN plan the other day, so I don't have much in the way of caps. You can see I'm getting 7% extra damage, so Aristocrats, normally I really like that effect, but for this character, it just isn't very suitable. Bash damage again, don't care. Vats critical charge, yeah, so this is actually a swing and a miss on all 3 stars. Next up, we've got Executioners with Last Round and Weapon Break Slower. Last Round is terrible. Weapon Break Slower, I mean, I don't know. I don't actually know if that's good on this or not. Executioners, not a big fan of that effect. I know some people like it. I don't think it's all that great. All right, next up, give me, I don't know, something good. Junkies with extra critical damage and chance to be invisible. Okay, that 3rd star, not useful at all. Critical damage, that's a good star. Junkies is a good effect if you have addictions. I have no addictions, so it's not a good effect for me. If I counted correctly, we have 8 left, which, not a lot, but we only need to get lucky 1 time. This is not, oh geez, why'd it have to be assassins? Why? Oh geez, yeah, 50% damage to humans, extra critical damage, faster reload speed. Those second and 3rd stars, they're perfect. That 1st star, geez, where are my good 1st stars? Just, yeah, something, okay. All right, here we go. Next, we've got Gourmands again, only this time limb damage and damage resist while reloading. Yeah, limb damage you don't really need with this. Damage resist while reloading, I don't need it because I'm wearing armor. And Gourmands, yeah. I think the other Gourmands was better. I don't remember what the stars were, but I think that other one was a little better. So yeah, let's move on. We have another Gourmands, only damage while aiming and +1 agility. Okay, this is a VATS weapon, so damage while aiming isn't all that useful. +1 agility, I don't really want specials on my ranged weapons, so that's no good either. We are down to the final 5, so let's get it started. Instigating, replenish AP with each kill and reduced AP cost. AP cost is not a big thing with this, but instigating could be good. I don't usually love that, unless I'm gonna one-shot everything. It's not something I tend to like a lot, but this one could be kind of interesting. The railway rifle can hit pretty hard. So this will be one to try. I don't know how it's gonna go, but this will be one to try. Next, we've got 2-shot. Damage while aiming, faster movement speed. 2-shot I don't love, but if this was like 2-shot explosive, that could be kind of fun. But damage while aiming isn't, that 2nd, 3rd star completely useless. So we just have a 1-star 2-shot, which I'm not interested in. Down to the final 3. Suppressors, damage while aiming, damage resist while reloading. Yeah, this is just trash. Second to last one is going to be Quad with Last Round, of course. I mean, because if you have Quad, that's what you want is Last Round. And damage resist while aiming, so yeah. This is basically a 1-star Quad, so yeah. No thank you. And the final one, and yeah, I'm not all that optimistic. All right, Quad with weapon speed and weapon break slower. This would be good for weapon. I don't think you necessarily need weapon speed on this. The fire rate is already quite high. If you're going to use this as a commando anyway, I mean, that's really where you use Quad, is if it's as a commando. You don't really need weapon speed. It has a super high fire rate anyway, and weapon break slower. So this is kind of a mediocre Quad, but for riflemen, this is not that useful. Yeah, we got a couple of these that were really depressing. I got an Assassins and a Suppressors that had critical damage and reload speed. Ah, man, that could be pretty interesting if they were different prefixes, but yeah, Suppressors, Assassins, they're just not very useful. And then we have this Gourmands, which normally would give us 24% bonus. Faster reload speed is good. That 2nd star, though, bash damage, kind of a letdown. I'm kind of tempted to go with one of the critical hit ones that I have instead of this. I'll give them a try and see. And we have this instigating one. It's pretty mediocre as far as that goes, but it is instigating, so it'll be worth trying. So I have a few that I'm gonna try, but for the most part, this was just a load of crap, honestly. And there you go, a very disappointing bunch of rolls. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit one of the buttons, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. Thank you very much.